Okay, so I never went back over that timeline. I'm trying to make this more interesting for you, so you don't leave. This is the only way that I can be with you. If you were in front of me, this is something that I would never do. Never, 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 never do. I hate it. 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 It's terrible. Okay. There you go. Are you happy now? Go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, this is better. So I dated a guy in high school. I used to steal shit with him. Cause he was secular, secular, secular. Well, I mean, he made it a point to be secular. He thought it was cool to be secular, you know? He thought it was dumb to believe in God. He thought it was dumb, super duper duper dumb to be a Christian. But ironically enough, his best friend was a Christian, a hardcore Christian, a Catholic, in fact. And so I find it funny that people that are surrounded by religious folk tend to have a lot of flack with that. Well, oddly enough, this dude and we broke up a long time ago. We dated for 3 years. Yeah, that was a long time. Yeah, we dated for 3 years. But we met at the movie theater. We embezzled all that money. I mean, it was a significant amount of money. Like, I'm pretty sure it was enough to qualify as embezzlement. But anyway, yeah, you know, it was the first relationship I'd ever been in. It was the first guy I ever truly loved. So, you know what, naturally I fucked him up. Yeah, I fucked him up, I fucked him up, I fucked him up. But he fucked me up too, man. But nowhere near as bad as I fucked him up. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry about that. But like I said, there's nothing I can do about all these thoughts in my head. You know, I can't get them out. The medication didn't work. That's why I had to drown myself in booze. And it kind of makes me sad that I choose chemicals over real human connections. That I choose a liquid over sexual interaction. Well, I drank. Yeah, I drank and I drank and I drank. And that was the only time I ever wanted to fuck. But anyway, yeah, so we broke up and it was really weird for a while. He didn't talk to me, but then eventually he got over it and he got on with it. And, you know, that's good. But yeah, he randomly called me up. Before COVID, oddly enough, he called me up and he asked me why I had direction even though my life was always a mess. Why I had direction even though I was in constant duress that I caused myself. But here's the thing. I've always had faith. And I told him that and he thought that was silly, but I said you asked. The direction, even though I am so aimless. Get it? That's the name of my first YouTube channel. Featured at the bottom them. I could totally do commercials or something. Okay. That'd be awesome. But anyway. Yeah, he asked me. Why would you believe in something that you can't see, that you can't prove, that you can't convince anybody is true? And I said, because I feel it, because I feel it, because I feel it. And that's why women are probably better at explaining God than a man ever could, because we're just more in touch with our emotional side. But if he's in touch with his feminine side, then you know he could. But maybe they just experience God in a different way. But I think it's supposed to be an emotional experience. It's not supposed to be a logical experience. People that try to justify their religion logically. That's why you fail. That's why you fail. I'm trying to help you, baby. But, he recently told me, the last time I saw him, he told me, well, just to let you know, I actually believe in God now. So I wanted to tell you that, which I thought was really cool. The seed. I was talking about that earlier. This friend of mine, she just got off Lexapro. One day and she was out. So proud of my baby girl. That's what you gotta do. You gotta, lead younger women to make better decisions than the ones that you made. Okay? Well, I was on Lexapro longer than her, but the thing is, I just randomly stopped taking it. And I probably experienced, akathisia, but, I told y'all I drank. I drank a lot of liquor. So, fuck that. Fuck that. Just get addicted to something else. At least you're enjoying it. Damn it. It's true. I mean, getting drunk wouldn't be so appealing if, it wasn't fun. Some of the time. Until you wake up in your own piss. And you look around you and all your friends are in the other room talking shit about you. What do we do about Amy's horrible alcoholic problem? And then you get kicked out of your apartment and you have to go back home where you were kicked out of earlier and then beg your parents, please, please, please forgive me. I'll try harder, harder, harder. That's what I did. That was my life. That's my story. This is my musical, polemical, as well as my musical confession. And if you don't like it, I'm sure you're gone, so I hope I can still keep your attention. I hope I'm not boring. I don't think that I'm boring, but I know that I'm definitely weird, and that probably freaks people out. And the ones that are freaked out are gone. So, sorry, I'm talking about people that aren't even here. And how many times do we do that? How many times does everybody do that? The internet encourages that. It does. It's like I'm able to realize all these things because I'm already crazy. And I just want to help you, baby. Everybody's my baby. Because I don't have actual babies. So I have to overcompensate. Because I'm still a woman anyway. And I'm sorry if this offends you. That I'm not what you want me to be. Or I'm not ever gonna do what you want me to do. Sorry. I said that wrong. I do everything wrong. And I have a man in my head. I've said this before and I'll say it again. He's got a ball sack bigger than anything. He's got a ball sack bigger than anything. Anything else. worse than they are at this point. I just think identity is pretty stupid, but I don't think that identity is just a thing that leftist lunatics obsess about. No, it's not. Not at all. Here's the thing. If you call yourself a patriot, that's an identity. If you call yourself an American, that's an identity. If you think that America's the worst country, all because of something like slavery, that's some kind of identity. You're still obsessed with slavery. It's just a different kind of slavery, and now this is the slavery. But nobody gives a fuck about that. Nobody do anything about what's happening now. And it's so pathetic that it makes me want to puke, but I internalize it anyhow. So, anyway, what is my solution? We need solutions, we need solutions. Everybody wants to obsess about the problem, so they don't solve anything. They just whine, whine, whine online. Make it a thing. Well, honestly, it tempts me to go back to drinking. Seriously, like, I've been thinking about drinking so much. It's because I've just spent too much time online. That's it. That's the problem. But I realize, you know, that you just have to understand, like, how to use the internet right. And if you don't, you can get sucked into the bullshit. Gossip, everything's gossip, everything's gossip. I wish that people were better than that. I wish people had more character than they have. I wish people would think twice, or maybe, possibly, hopefully more than twice about things they say and things they do or don't do or want to prove or disprove. This is such a strange ass culture. And I've said this before, but it bears repeating. Everybody's turned into a motherfucking vulture. And like I said, women, gay, everybody's gay, everybody's gay. And not in the way that you think, the way that I am gonna explain to you, cause I'm right about everything since 1989, bitch. Berlin Wall didn't fall, didn't happen at all, the Berlin Wall. I was 4 years old, I was 4 years old, I was 4 years old, I was 4 years old. Didn't believe what I was told, didn't believe what I was told, didn't believe what I was told, didn't believe what I was told. Man, I'm singing really fast. It's pretty cool. It's gonna be even better, I'm sure. I hope so, I hope so. It just helps that you're wearing that stupid ass hat. Merry Christmas, damn it! Righty-tighties or lefty-loosies, you're trying to prove yourself to everybody in the internet. In the internet. It's not on the internet, you're in the internet. 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 I'm sorry, y'all. I'm having too much fun right now. You're in the Turnet. Okay, did y'all see that poster I did? I gotta show y'all this once again. It's one of the coolest posters I've done. And it's in Christmas colors. It says in their net. most definitely, you're under the social media influence. You're under the AI algorithm influence. Well, I'm over it. It just makes me feel like shit, and I'm aware of this. Exactly. Your world just turns dark, and you're miserable, and you want to die, right? Right? But luckily you can get out. I'm gonna help you get out. Luckily you can get out. I'm gonna help you motherfuckers get out. If you really want it, I hope you really want it. That's why I flaunt it, my beautiful life. All because I had faith, like I say. I've always felt this way, even when I was pretending to be secular. I said, God, don't worry, I'll be back. I just need to go fuck up my life for a while. I need to wake up and piss and vomit. I need to smell like booze all the time. It's fun to self-destruct. And I'll be honest, every artist is a little bit to a lot of bit self-destructive. Cause what we're dealing with that makes us have to create, it's beautiful, but it's also terrible. It's many things in many ways, and that's why we're so much better when we're not always together. I think it's good, cause it helps you grow as a person, and you have way more to draw from. Even if people don't understand why, they don't have to understand why, as long as you understand why. I know why every time I cry, cause I've analyzed it. Yeah, I analyzed it. I didn't have a choice in the matter, and I guess I find it weird that so many can choose to not be conscious, to choose to not give a shit. Or I guess they don't know the proper way to give a shit. By proper, I mean Amy Gross this way. But anyway, what are they talking about? Helping people believe in God. So your first boyfriend, your first love, your first lover. So, yeah, we were together for 3 years. And we had a really nasty breakup. And I was a drunk. I was already a drunk. And I ended up going to rehab. Before I was even legally old enough to drink. Because that's how fucking lame my parents are. They were like freaking out because I was drinking underage. I feel like that's why that whole thing happened. You passed out in a puddle of vomit. You drank a fifth in like an hour. Yeah, the last thing I remember was like being in a stairwell. Oh, I didn't even mean to do that shit. That was pretty cool. Yeah. Last thing I remember was being in a stairwell. The next thing I remember was like throwing up charcoal in a large silver bowl in the emergency room and just crying. It's funny now. It's funny looking back, and sometimes I go, why in the motherfucker did I do that? But I did that. And I was thinking about marching up to get Jesus' blood. And it was the most beautiful and shameful thing. And that's why I cry so much that it makes time. Trust me, I've tried and tried and tried. I've tried and tried and tried. I've tried and tried and tried. This is way happier than the stuff we did earlier. Yeah, I know. I was just so mad. I get so mad. I get so mad. I get so mad because I'm fit to be had. I've always been this polemic, and you're never gonna stop me. You're never gonna make me nicer in a bullshit world. Being nice doesn't mean anything. Being kind means everything. And I'm so sick of people acting like you gotta be fake. You don't. Just be honest, and then everybody will leave. It's awesome. But anyway, what was I talking about, man? Probably drinking. Oh yeah. Oh, and confession. Or not confession, communion. I kind of wanted to change the like that. Ooh, what just happened? Did you hear that? It was like a popping sound. It's because the keyboard is dying. Batteries are finally dying. But luckily, we have more batteries. We better stock up on batteries. Just in case the apocalypse, you know we're gonna have something that we gotta play with. Just gotta have something to play with. As long as we're still creating, we're not dying. And if you have a wife or if you have a husband, you better make babies. I'm never gonna have a husband. I'm the motherfucking husband. Don't you think twice about that, I'm telling you, son. I'm so sick of people acting like they could be my man. I'm so sick of people acting like they would ever motherfucking understand. Can you tell my favorite curse word is motherfucker? I love it. And I told my priest that. I was like, look, there is no replacement for that word. Because I actually wrote this on a sheet of paper, like curse words that I say on a regular basis and curse or just regular ass words. See right there. Regular words that I can replace curse words with. And I was able to be pretty successful, but still, motherfucker, well, it's the best one. And no, you can't replace it at all. It's just not the same. There's not the same oomph, you know? But anyway. Yeah. I always want to be alone. I think that's what makes me more masculine than anything, because I have very feminine qualities. I'm just not, like, physically and, you know, sort of mentally, I'm way more like a man. But, like, you know, there's certain aspects about me that are very, very feminine. Yeah. But I just push men away. And I go somewhere inside my head, and I make up all this stuff, and I think that's not too fair to somebody that's actually there. And I'm gone. And you might think that's wrong, and I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't be for you what you need me to be, and I can't do for you what you most need me to do. I'm sorry. I'm not a feminist, I promise. It doesn't have to be about that, you know? Just leave me me the fuck alone. You know? Like, that's what I mean. Like, I feel like men are more like that, which is why women are really annoying, because they're really codependent and they need so much attention. They're like a baby. They really are. And I know that I'm like, you know, I've had a lot of help over the years. Okay, I know that shit. I've been a very irresponsible person. I mean, I'm telling y'all about my drinking habits, okay? Like, fuck. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I haven't drank in 12 years. Leave me alone, okay? Just that sound. That sound juxtaposed with what you're talking about is really funny. This is coffee, by the way. Yeah, now I just drink coffee like I drink liquor. I'm kidding. But I used to be way worse. Like when I was going to AA meetings, thanks to the rehab that I was forced to go to, I drank a lot of coffee. Like I drink like 2 pots a day. So I always tell people that say they don't like the taste of coffee or they have to be a fucking pussy and put like a fucking pound of cream and sugar in that bullshit. Well, like, I tell them, rehab. Just go to rehab. You'll be able to drink your coffee like a man, like a man, like a man. Totally black. Okay? You want it dark, you want it dark, you want it dark, and you don't think I'm gonna take that back all because you think it's racist? It's not. It's a good thing. Maybe it's a positive prejudice. Could you possibly establish that in your head? No, you can't, because you're too busy playing the victim. But I have positive prejudice. I love the fuck out of black people. I know that a lot of them are violent, but, you know, like, it's true. It's just because of the warrior gene. That's why. It's not because, like, I mean, I don't think that people choose their fucking genetics. So it's not like because they're like just naturally bad people. It's just because their genetics are a certain way. I mean, it's the same way with like, you know, certain people that have like genetic abnormalities or whatever the fuck. It's like they can't control it. Like, and that's why I talk about what I talk about in relation to the man in my head. It's like I can't control wanting to be alone all the damn time. Like some people, it's like they're wired to want to be with somebody, but it's like certain people, like maybe we're just fucking weirdos or something. It's like we just want to be alone, and it's just like painful to be around people. It's just schizophrenic. But this is fun. Does it not sound like I'm having fun? Look at this hat. Lauren, I love you so much. If you're watching this, she said it's like a buffet of yourself. So true, bitch. So true. You're my number one.